FB tweet. Pinterest email send text message print. Amid Russia's invasion of Ukraine and the increasing civilian death toll, some desperate people have taken to desperate tactics to protect their families, even, they say, writing on their kids' bodies in the event that they die in an attack but their child lives. Anastasia Lopatina, a journalist with the Kyiv Independent, shared one such story on Monday, from Ukrainian mom Sasha Makovy, who had shared on social media how she took a photo of her young daughter wearing only a diaper with her contact information written across the girl's back in black marker. Though posted this week on Instagram, Makovy wrote in a caption with the photo that it had been taken on the first day of the war, in February. "I signed it with my hands trembling very much," she wrote on Instagram, according to a translation, noting that she was shaking for the first hours. In a follow-up post, Maskovy wrote that she and her daughter, Vera, were now safe and out of the country. "I want to inform you that Vera and I are absolutely safe. We went abroad and are in the south of France. We were met by volunteers, provided with housing, and fully cared for." Maskovy added then that she was grateful for those who helped them along the way. "I want to thank the volunteers of France. And also to all the people who helped us evacuate and supported us," she wrote. "And I am especially grateful to Poland. What this country has done for Ukrainians is invaluable. Without their help, we would not have survived." Meanwhile, in Ukraine, the invasion continues. Reports have mounted of civilians and non-military sites being targeted by Russian forces, though they have insisted otherwise. More than 3,000 civilians have been reported dead or wounded, including more than 100 children, the United Nations says. Russian soldiers have also recently been accused of torturing, raping and killing women and children, according to Ukrainian lawmaker Lesia Vasilenko, who this week shared updates of suspected war crimes reported across the country. That includes allegations that soldiers have raped girls as young as age 10 and have burned swastikas into the flesh of some of their victims. Tortured body of a raped and killed woman. "I'm speechless. My mind is paralyzed with anger and fear and hatred," Vasilenko, 35, wrote Sunday with a gruesome photo of one such body. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky made similar claims on Monday as he ventured into Bucha, one of the country's most war-torn suburbs, where Russians were accused of killing, and in some cases, torturing, around 300 civilians during their occupation. Without any electricity for refrigeration in the morgue, many bodies in Bucha have been confined to a mass grave. "We know that thousands of people have been killed and tortured," Zelensky said in footage obtained by Sky News. "Their limbs were cut off. Raped women, killed children. I think that this is, actually genocide." Russian officials denied being responsible for any such atrocities, insisting they were faked. The latest accounts of civilian deaths spurred further condemnation of Russia. President Joe Biden said there should be a war crime trial, and the U.S. said it wanted Russia suspended from the United Nations Human Rights Council. The attack, ordered by Russian President Vladimir Putin, has drawn condemnation around the world and increasingly severe economic sanctions against Russia. With NATO forces massing in the region around Ukraine, various countries have also pledged aid or military support to the resistance. Zelensky has called for peace talks, so far unsuccessful, while urging his country to fight back. Putin insists Ukraine has historic ties to Russia and he is acting in the best security interests of his country. Zelensky vowed not to bend. "Nobody is going to break us, we're strong, we're Ukrainians," he told the European Union in a speech in the early days of the fighting, adding, "Life will win over death. And light will win over darkness." The Russian attack on Ukraine is an evolving story, with information changing quickly. Follow People's complete coverage of the war here, including stories from citizens on the ground and ways to help.